of NBA 2K26 Community Day, and I will be showing it all in one video. Every game I will have a user using every player on the court. That way it's basically as close as we can possibly get to our first park gameplay, just with my team cards in place of my players. We're gonna be showing 5v5 gameplay with 10 users playing, 2v2 with 4 users playing, 3v3 with 6 users playing, and then random interesting clips that are in co-op or full user games. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the first 5v5 game of NBA 2K26 to start the video. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Henry, aka Double H, back at it with yet another banger. Now, I didn't get a chance to play Triple Threat Park or the All-Star Team Up 5v5 when at Community Day. I was so locked into the builder and the play now and the gameplay breakdown video. So shout out to everybody from Community Day that ended up sending me their footage to make this video possible. We are starting with Laker Fan, who plays a lot of competitive Pro-Am, and he sent me his footage of this 5v5 game right here. He was on Wilt Chamberlain
1 week away,
and this was a full 10 stack lobby. And the other point guard on the other team who just got that lane steal and just hit it through with Shea is Kang Dooms, who also plays Pro-Am usually on point guard. So this should be an interesting gameplay to look over. I've already cut it up, so I kind of know what happens for the most part, so I'll be able to go over it. They have Wemby and they have Wilt Chamberlain on the same team. Now Wemby's 7-4 right here. He's moving pretty slow up the court. That is a my team card with a 25 speed on that play, so keep that in mind. Anthony Edwards, I don't know how that wasn't contested by the other Wemby in the paint, especially being 7-4, so that was kind of crazy to me. Also notice the greening rebounds. Okay, Wemby gets completely demolished in the paint right there. The other Wemby greens the rebound. They're going down the court, and a lot of that's gonna happen a lot. There's not really pluck steals in this game. You're gonna see a lot of fouls being called when people reach. There is very good lane steals that you're gonna see too, as we get another on ball reach foul right there. But yeah, lane steals are really good. But look at Shea, a slow down Euro that was a 100% smothered and won. What in the world? Yo, I mean, this difficulty can't be Hall of Fame. It's probably like similar to rec difficulty. I'm not 100% sure, but look at, no one knew how to time the lobs. They weren't used to the random buttons. And then there's a body bump steal right there, which did and was happening a lot in this 5v5 gameplay as Larry Bird hits the corner three. And how is that not a lane steal right there? I don't know how Wemby doesn't get that. Maybe his steal is low. He is 7-4, and look at Kang Dooms using shade of back fade out of bounds. Dooms did tell me that he thought back fading was like more comfortable, and like he almost thought it was easier than just shooting a regular standstill, as Anthony Edwards gets a contact dunk right there. That would be the only contact dunk in this game. Look at Laker Fan, player of the half. Shout out Laker Fan. It's 20-12 right now. They have Caitlin Clark and Shea at the backcourt. How is that not a lane steal again? Wemby doesn't get it again. He had to have had a low steal or something, as the other Wemby gets a standing dunk. Anthony Edwards driving the basket on 3 people, bails it out to Wemby, back out to Wilt, and look at LeBron making a, what is that, a 52 or 58% contested 3 in the corner. I think that was Gunner UR that made that shot in the corner. That's crazy, and that was with the button too. So wow, I don't know how that one, that's little foul right there, was even a foul on that scoop layup. But look at Wemby, 7'4", just towering over them. 19% cover layup, doesn't matter. His height is definitely a huge factor on that play right there. And look at this lane. Yo, lane steals are going to be crazy. Now it is a 7'4" player getting that with probably super high wingspan, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of clips of lanes just like that one right there with Larry Bird. You can tell this is going to be, and look at, it's almost another lane right there. I mean, how many lanes in a row is gonna happen? Like, I'm telling you, this is gonna be one of those 2Ks where lanes are pretty insane to start the game. I don't know, I kind of like when the lanes are really OP. Maybe not as OP as the start of 2K25, but I kind of like that. But look at Luka, gets kind of like a tip steal and then turns it into a dunk meter. It's 32-16. I mean, this is a blowout right now. I don't know how this was, I mean, that was kind of a late contest, but he ends up getting a really high contest. Now, Larry Bird's jump shot was kind of slow right there, and you're gonna see Wilt Chamberlain get a running animation in for the rebound, stealing it from his teammate. We actually have a clip later in this video of what happens when 2 people are right next to the rebound, and both green the rebound. Look at Shea getting a crazy lane out the corner and then back fades again for 3. I didn't get to test a back fade at all. I didn't really think to do that. I'm really excited to test that for 2K26 because I like shooting the ball, and that seems like it'd be fun. Anyways, Laker fan just dominating the paint, greening that last rebound, gets the easy standing dunk to Caitlin Clark, driving, bad catch, and that leads to another body bump steal. That was happening several times throughout this gameplay. Wemby gets the ball here. He gets a little hop into the lane. That was nice. I don't know if that's just because he's super tall or if that was like just a good hop animation, just because it is a good hop animation. I don't know. Chase down block right there. Not exactly sure who blocked it. And then they mistimed the jumper. Fast break, passes out a wide open layup, and as soon as he posted up right there, he gets plucked. So plucks aren't very common in this game, but that was kind of a BS pluck right there. Like as soon as he posted up, he got it. And look at Shea getting wide open for the midi. That was all using the left stick too. Another thing to note is that the left stick is kind of crazy in 2K26. So you can really wiggle your way around to get wide open, and you're gonna see more of that in the other gameplays. But this was the final box score for the 5v5 game. Now we have a 2v2 game. Shout out to King Dooms for letting me use his footage here. He is using Jokic for this gameplay, and there's actually going to be a WNBA player on his team, and they're going to be going against Anthony Edwards and Wemby. So Wemby versus Jokic. Something that I want you guys to notice is the green rebounds in this game, because it is something to note. You're going to see a lot of green rebounds in different situations of what happens. And there is a specific play where someone greens a rebound and gets it over them. Well, not over them, but you're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyways, first 2v2 game right here. And look at the WNBA player getting bumpy. I did talk about my gameplay breakdown video that Mike Wang did say that there's gonna be a lot more contact to contact animations when it comes to defense and playing high on people, as Jokic gets the nice hop step into the dunk. The WNBA player had a nice scoop a couple of plays ago. Jokic's jump shot did seem slow and kind of awkward, so I'm assuming why Dooms was mistiming it. I probably would have mistimed it too. They try to get Wemby to back down. They shoot a little midi fade, and look at, there's a green rebound right there. Now they did say that greening rebounds will increase, like I think it was vertical and rebounding, or maybe one or the other, if you green it on just on that possession. Also, you're gonna see later as Jokic greens another rebound and gets a nice little pump fake into the standing dunk. Some of these WNBA players are super fast. This girl's kind of fast on some of her fades, like that little midi fade right there. They have good midi fade animations. I like the midi fade animation she has. And also, she just dexed out to the right using R2 or right trigger. A lot of people did that for twos, especially in the competitive 2v2 scene, as Jokic gets kind of a crazy lane right there. That was insane. I don't know what this WNBA player's pass act is, but I'd kind of be interested in knowing. But anyways, if you do R2 dex on the inbound, you lose an adrenaline. So we don't have the other person's POV, but I did hear that from people that played at 2K26 Community Day. Anyways, Jokic gets a tipped pass lane right there. He's playing up, trying to recover, doesn't get back in time. 8-2. They're getting backdoored for the easy dunk. Now it's 8-4. Once again, these reaches, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, you can't really get plucks, man. They're very rare. They're possible, but you're gonna get a lot of fouls. You can't be reaching too much unless it's a lane or a confident blitz steal. He's walling up with Jokic right here, jumps, gets back to walling up, misses, and Jokic greens the rebound all at the same time. They kick it out to Jokic, and that jump shot, he was not timing that jump shot, but with the button, you see he's shooting earlies and lates. There's no slightly earlies and lates. Did you see that rebound? WNBA player greening the rebound. What is she, like 5 foot something, over a 7'4" player? Now I do think that the reason Wemby didn't get that is he was like stuck in a weird animation. Like he never actually jumped for the rebound. But that is an interesting clip to say the least. That's for sure. Anyways, dexing out. She lost an adrenaline right there when she dexed out. Another reach and foul. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, the reach and fouls are crazy. Jokic popping out. They hit Jokic. He's driving. That's a good driving dunk meter. He had a good window on that, just didn't get it. But like I was saying earlier, if you shoot with the button, it's either early, late, or green. If you shoot with rhythm, that's where you can get like this slightly late, slightly early, slightly rushed type of timing. So yeah, if you shoot with button, they don't have slightly early, slightly late. I don't know why it's like that. It is what it is. You saw Jokic get another green rebound earlier. Now they got the ball back. It's 12-9. Easy little pick and roll pump fakes. Get the easy standing dunk after the Wemby jump. And that's another reaching foul. And a lot of people were used to reaching and just getting caught getting fouls. I don't know what kind of layup animation that was from Jokic, but he gets it to go. Driving dunk meter from Anthony Edwards right there. He was using simple feedback, so he's getting the immediate excellence up. And look at that lane. I don't know how he doesn't catch that. That's some BS. Like, if I read a lane right there and I don't catch that, I'm gonna be pissed, bro. I don't know why that. I wonder what his interceptor is. Maybe it's has something to do with that. Anyways, another good scoop layup from the WNBA player. Wemby gets another green rebound. It is 18-11 right now. King Doom's team is up. Another driving dunk meter by Anthony Edwards. I'd assume that his driving dunk is pretty high. These are like the base My Team cards, so they're not going to have like juice stats, and they're not going to have as good stats as their Play Now players. As they get a jump in, Jokic got the easy rebound, and he just puts it back up. Now, unfortunately, he didn't have a takeover equipped because they just started My Team on this test. So like they didn't have time to equip a takeover. I don't even know if they had the option to equip the takeover in this testing. So he's just hot. That kind of sucks. The only takeover I got to test at all in the gameplay, if you watch my gameplay breakdown video, I did test Deep Bomber KD. And what is that steal animation? Another body up steal. We saw that in the 5v5 gameplay as Wemby greens that rebound to get it over him. I feel like that was kind of a 50-51. But look at this. What is that? He didn't reach. He didn't do nothing. I don't like that. I don't know what that is. That's some BS. Jokic tries to shoot over him. That was a super small meter. There was barely any green window on that. Good defense by Wemby. He gets a nice standing dunk animation, and now he's on fire. I won't even say he has takeover because there really is no takeover from that. And then he misses times the shot. Jokic and Wemby were not shooting good in this gameplay, as he's going to go ahead and enter right there. And that's going to end our 2v2 gameplay. Let's go to the threes. Shout out to Spam for letting me use his 3v3 gameplay. I don't know if y'all are noticing a trend, but I tried to get some really good players that are actually good at 2K's gameplay. We had Laker Fan. He plays a lot of fives. Dooms is on the other team too. We had Dooms on the twos. He plays a lot of Pro Am on PG. And now we got Spam, who was in the 2K League. He plays a lot of Pro Am. He plays mostly PG. I've seen him play center a couple times. And he's on Anthony Edwards. He's playing with a Wemby and a Curry. I'm pretty sure the Curry was Chimoma. I don't know who the Wemby was. And they're playing against an old guard lineup. They got Allen Iverson out there. Luka's out there. So that is kind of interesting. So Wemby should be dominating the rebounds this game. Curry was shooting pretty bad. Chimoma was struggling to shoot in this game. I kind of cut out a lot of his misses. He ended up like shooting really bad to start this game as he relocates to the right side. He probably missed like his first 5 or 6 jump shots. But anyways, Luka on the ISO, and I'm pretty sure that crazy burst he gets out of that move is literally just him wiggling with the left stick. I could be wrong.
Oh, that's all. God. Oh my gosh, I beat it.
We got a little live com right there, but y'all heard him. He thought that was off. I said this in my gameplay breakdown, but if you're shooting with rhythm shooting, all you have to do is time the tempo. And right here, as you can see, he missed times the push, but you don't need a time to push to green your shots. So when if you have meter on and you're using tempo, it could be kind of weird because you could show a half bar of you timing your shot, but that visually in the meter is the push timing, and you don't need to green that. So you could like half bar the meter and technically green it because the meter is not showcasing your tempo timing. So that is kind of a weird thing to notice in 2K26 as you're seeing a bunch of reach and fouls again, because there is no Plux. Well, there is Plux in this game, but the fouls are very common as Anthony Edwards gets in dunk meter. I actually really like that. I like how the fouls are common on the reaches. Maybe I won't like that when I play the game a little more, but as of right now, I'm fine with moving forward with the reaches like that. And I thought a lot of people in 2K25 would just spam and eventually get rewarded with them getting something out of it. I feel like there's a lot of animations in 25 where you can reach and then the player kind of has to, the offensive player like stops dribbling and is like stuck in this animation where he has to like move the ball away from him. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Now that's not even an animation in the game. Now it's just a foul, and I feel like I like that a lot better, as Wemby was kind of dominating the boards this game as expected, because they're running against a 3-guard lineup. Luka gets him jumping. He still gets the contest because he has 7'4". He doesn't have a takeover equipped, so now he's just on fire. And look at Luka bringing up the ball, hits Iverson. I don't know how that's not a lane steal. I don't know what Anthony Edwards' steal rating is, but he doesn't get that lane steal. As what do you know, another foul call. People were way too used to just reaching to reach. You gotta reach at the right time. And after going like 0 for 5 to start the game, Chimomo just shoots a back fade and makes it with Curry. And there's something about them back fades, bro. I'm gonna have to look into that when I get my hands on 2K26 again, okay? Curry wide open, catch a shoot, doesn't get it. And Anthony Edwards with the putback. Okay, spam. Okay, go crazy. And we got Luke.
Take a bite of Maggie noodles and enter the ultimate flavor journey.
I love bold flavor.
Luka driving to the basket. I ain't gonna lie, Luka is not that fast, but he was fast out here. That game speed looking crazy. I correctly, you are not gonna make that. And now at 21-20, it is game point, and they go ahead, make the layup, and win that game. Now I decided to finish off the